Lesbian Simon and Garfunkel, 61st and Park. Look.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 most hated British actors. Note that these are listed in no particular order.
I didn't realise how offensive it was back then, and I just want to apologise.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. John Alford. Anyone who grew up watching Grange Hill will instantly recognise John Alford for his role as Robbie Wright.
I'd buy the tickets. That is, if you wouldn't mind coming out with me.
His career was also highlighted by high-profile roles in shows such as London's Burning, as well as a successful music run. But this success would soon fizzle out when Alford's criminal impulses would begin to take over. It started with a conviction for supplying drugs, but what followed was what really turned the nation against him. Drunk driving, assault, and eventually sexual offenses against underage girls landed him in prison in 2026. His time there wouldn't last long, however, as he would die just 3 months into his 8-year sentence.
The cause of his death has not been disclosed.
Number 9. Anton Deck.
Do you have any idea how exhausting it is always being right and never being listened to?
You know, when you get angry like this, you've got a little vein pops up.
Shut up!
If you've ever switched on the telly, you have undoubtedly seen these two pop up, and while they're known mostly for being the most prolific hosts in British TV history, they've also dabbled in actual acting from time to time. While their work is fondly remembered in Byker Grove, the same can't be said about their adult careers. Look no further than their horrific take on the Likely Lads for starters.
Before I went away, this was an honest-to-goodness greasy spoon.
But the one that really caught hate from the public was their box office flop, Alien Autopsy. If you haven't seen either of these, count yourself lucky. Acting is most certainly not their forte, which is why many are grateful they stick to hosting gigs instead these days.
I'm sorry, please go now.
Number 8. Leigh Francis.
Your favourite Spice Girl?
Oh, I bet you say that to all the Spice Girls, don't you?
Much like Anton Deck, oversaturation seems to have played a large part in why many of the public have a distaste for Leigh Francis. Bo Selector was adored by many in the country. Of course, on the other end, a lot of people found it to be in poor taste. Francis would eventually catch heat for some of his impressions and use of blackface in the show years later, which he would make a public apology for.
I portrayed many black people. Back then I didn't think anything about it.
That's when the hate seemed to amplify, with one side saying it wasn't genuine and thus not accepting his apology, and the other believing he was acting spineless. Whatever your personal take may be on the situation, one thing is for certain: that Keith Lemon film is absolute shite.
Wow! I can't believe it! I'd just like to say thanks to me.
Number 7. Chris Langham.
This morning I had a chat with my very good friend, the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Yes.
You'd be forgiven for kind of forgetting about Chris Langham at this point. After all, he's essentially been blacklisted from the acting world. But earlier on, he was quite well respected, especially for his role of Hugh Abbott in the classic comedy The Thick of It.
We're going to have to do a number of things.
Right.
Almost immediately.
However, things very quickly soured for Langham when he was found to have indecent images and videos of minors on his computer. In court, he would stress that he was only in possession of these images for research for a role. But of course, that poor excuse did not stop him from ending up behind bars. Although he got out early, these depraved acts have rightfully continued to earn him hate from the British public. Number 6. Ricky Gervais. The ultimate you either love him or you hate him actor, Ricky Gervais is nonetheless one of Britain's most influential comedy actors. His work on series like The Office and Extras is the stuff of legend, and his later series such as Afterlife also gained a sizable amount of attention. But it's more so outside of acting that Gervais has earned himself ire. For starters, he's quite hated by a lot of other actors, especially American ones, who can't handle his controversial banter when he hosts award shows.
So,
Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable.
It's also this desire to be controversial that has made many regular folk hate him too, though, as his attempts to be edgy, or his constant complaints about religion, or the idea that you're not allowed to make jokes anymore, appear to some as try-hard. But what do you think? Do you love or hate Ricky Gervais?
You've been amazing. Good night.
Number 5. Cara Delevingne.
I want my heart to belong to you and no one else.
My heart will belong to a man who will erase his playlist for me.
Many people don't enjoy Cara Delevingne, and if you take a quick glance on the internet, you'll find a lot of irate fans that are angry at her involvement in various projects. Her performance in Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets was fiercely condemned, with The Independent even calling Delevingne and Dane DeHaan the worst on-screen couple ever. Many people also didn't like her performance as Ivy in American Horror Story Delicate, and fans of Only Murders in the Building criticized her involvement in Series 2. For many, Delevingne just does not have the acting chops for such high-grade and mainstream projects.
You know, Frida didn't have an MFA. She didn't even have 2 working legs, but what she did have is natural talent and everyone's attention. Remind you of anyone?
Number 4. Lawrence Fox.
Well, you know, can we have the cottage back and your HRHs?
For a few years, this former actor enjoyed popularity as a voice of the far right, but it seems that perceived popularity didn't translate to votes in the ballot box if his disastrous mayoral campaigns are anything to go by. In 2021 and 2024, he tried to run for Mayor of London, losing his election deposit the first time after getting less than 2% of the votes, and in 2024, didn't do the forms right.
Let's be really clear about what this is. Let's call it by its name. It's racism. She's a black woman, and she has been...
It's not racism.
That same year, he also ran for the London Assembly and got only 0.5%, losing $5,000. The right-wing populist vote is now thoroughly controlled by others again, and Fox's political career is just as forgotten as his acting one.
And a Union Jack will fly outside every single school and institution in London.
Number 3. David Walliams.
Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, 4 judges, including one very handsome one, let's call him David, set off on an epic journey around the country.
Though he's still known for classic sketch shows like Little Britain and Come Fly With Me, Walliams' public persona has earned him plenty of criticism. He's not the only obnoxious Britain's Got Talent judge, Simon Cowell is there too, but he is one of the few to have been sacked due to a scandal.
They rounded up all the
Peter! They rounded up all the passengers on deck and singled out Peter and I and took us hostage, which meant we missed the buffet.
He was recorded saying offensive remarks about a contestant and, after the recording was leaked, was dropped by ITV, though he's now trying to sue for losing his ability to be funny.
Dudley Swimming Baths Early Bird Pass.
Sorry.
Yeah, but what if I get to Spain and get them to call Dudley Swimming Baths and get the lady there to vouch for me and she can say, yeah, it's Neil.
I'm sorry, sir, but you do need your passport.
Years previously, and he was in conflict for his Hide the Sausage sketch during Little Britain Live, in which he was accused of involving teenagers in a gag where he's pretending to be a nonce.
Right, let me come amongst you now. Try and find my lucky voice.
Number 2. Russell Brand.
I don't know, I wouldn't say Hitler, but certainly Goebbels. It was like a little holiday with Hitler.
You could say that many people don't like Russell Brand's brand. His fast-talking, smart alecky shtick can certainly be grating, and he plays this character in pretty much every single movie that he's been in.
Lesbian Simon and Garfunkel, 61st and Park. Look.
If you didn't like Russell Brand in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, chances are you don't like him in anything else either. His personal life has also garnered much negative attention, whether from his known promiscuity or the annoying look-at-me behavior that he often conducts in public.
Come on! Everyone does it. Don't be afraid of your own sexuality. Do be a bit afraid of mine, though.
But his public perception got far, far worse in 2023 after a Channel 4 Dispatches documentary was released, highlighting many of the alleged sexual assaults on women he conducted over his years in the limelight.
He was allowed to say the unsayable, he was allowed to do the unthinkable, and consistently got away with it.
Number 1. James Corden.
When the presenters are up here and when the recipients are receiving their awards,
Don't stand at the back of the stage with your hands in your pockets.
While widely known for his talk show, James Corden is also a prominent actor, having found success in both his native Britain and the United States. Unfortunately, it seems like neither side of the Atlantic enjoys his company. While he puts on a nice guy veneer, many people in the industry have spoken negatively about Corden. Just ask Patrick Stewart, who got into a very awkward fight with the comedian at the Glamour Awards. By all accounts, he is an incredibly rude person behind the scenes, often acting discourteous to staff and openly disrespectful of others' work. But it also extends beyond the Hollywood sphere. In 2022, Corden was banned from a restaurant called Balthazar after acting in an abusive manner towards the staff.
As some of you may have seen, last week there were stories about me being banned from a restaurant.
Are there any hated actors that we missed? Let us know in those comments below.